The orange glow of the horizon, once reminiscent of picturesque sunsets, now serves as a haunting reminder of nature's fury, amplified by our own actions. Wildfires, once localized events, are rapidly becoming global headlines, leaving charred landscapes and displaced communities in their wake. But what if these raging infernos are merely a symptom of a much larger issue? As the mercury rises and our planet warms, the delicate balance of our ecosystems is thrown into disarray. This video delves deep into the inextricable link between escalating global temperatures and the surge in natural disasters. Prepare to journey through scorched terrains and flooded plains, as we uncover the alarming connection between the fires that consume our forests and the changing climate that fans their flames. Chapter 1: The Altered Tapestry of Earth. Understanding our changing climate. The world as we know it is undergoing a metamorphosis. Beneath the veil of everyday life, the tapestry of Earth is being rewoven, strand by strand, by an invisible hand. This hand, driven by our collective actions, is none other than the force of climate change. To truly grasp the magnitude of this transformation, we must first embark on a journey through time and space, unraveling the intricate web of our planet's climate system. The climate's dance through millennia. Long before humans walked the Earth, our planet danced to the rhythm of natural climate cycles. Ice ages came and went, dictated by the Earth's orbit, volcanic activities, and even asteroid impacts. These natural fluctuations, while significant, occurred over vast geological timeframes, allowing ecosystems to adapt and evolve. Today's rapid changes, however, are different. They're occurring at an unprecedented pace, leaving many species, including us, scrambling to keep up. Carbon's culprit role. At the heart of this accelerated change is a seemingly innocuous molecule, carbon dioxide, CO2. While CO2 has always been a part of our atmosphere, the Industrial Revolution marked the beginning of our relentless carbon emissions. Factories belched out smoke, cars roared to life, and our insatiable appetite for fossil fuels grew. With every lump of coal burned and every barrel of oil consumed, more CO2 was released, wrapping the Earth in a thickening blanket and trapping heat. The domino effect of a warming world. As the Earth warms, a cascade of changes ensues. Polar ice caps, ancient guardians of our planet's climate equilibrium, are melting at alarming rates. This not only raises sea levels but also releases methane, a greenhouse gas far more potent than CO2, from thawing permafrost. Oceans, which absorb much of the excess heat, are becoming warmer and more acidic, threatening marine life and altering weather patterns. The human element, contributors and sufferers. While it's easy to point fingers at industries and governments, we must also recognize our own roles in this unfolding saga. Our consumption patterns, lifestyle choices, and even dietary habits play a part in shaping the climate narrative. And ironically, while many of us in privileged corners of the world contribute most to the problem, it's often the vulnerable and marginalized who bear the brunt of climate change's impacts. In this altered tapestry of Earth, threads of hope still exist. As we delve deeper into the chapters ahead, exploring the fiery rage of wildfires and the surging wrath of floods, remember that knowledge is power. By understanding the intricacies of our changing climate, we are better equipped to mend the tapestry, stitch by stitch, towards a more sustainable and harmonious future. Chapter 2: Infernos Ignited, the science behind wildfire proliferation. A flicker in the distance, a whisper of smoke, and then, a roaring blaze that consumes all in its path. Wildfires, nature's most potent and unpredictable force, have grown in frequency and intensity, leaving vast swathes of land scorched in their wake. But what has changed in recent years that has made these infernos so prevalent? Let's delve into the heart of the flames to unearth the science behind wildfire proliferation. The anatomy of a wildfire. At its core, a wildfire requires three main ingredients: fuel, oxygen, and a spark. Forests, grasslands, and shrubs serve as fuel, while the air provides the necessary oxygen. Sparks can come from various sources, from lightning strikes to human activities. While these elements have always been present, it's the conditions that make them more conducive to wildfires that are changing. The desiccation dilemma. Drier lands, fiercer fires. One of the most significant culprits behind the rise in wildfires is the increasing dryness of our landscapes. As global temperatures rise, evaporation rates increase, sucking moisture out of the soil and vegetation. This desiccation turns once lush forests into tinderboxes, ready to ignite at the slightest spark. The winds of change, amplifying the inferno. Adding fuel to the fire, quite literally, are shifting wind patterns. Warm air rises, and as our planet heats up, wind currents become more erratic. These winds can carry embers great distances, spawning new fires far from the original blaze and making containment efforts a Herculean task. Human footprints in the ashes. While climate change sets the stage for wildfires, human activities often play the role of the director. Unplanned urbanization encroaches upon wild spaces, creating what is known as the wildland-urban interface, a zone of increased fire risk. Additionally, careless acts, such as discarding cigarette butts or leaving campfires unattended, can trigger devastating blazes. The ecological aftermath, a landscape forever altered. Beyond the immediate destruction, wildfires have long-term ecological impacts. They can wipe out entire species unable to escape the flames, alter soil compositions, and even change local microclimates. However, nature, in its resilience, often finds a way to bounce back, with certain ecosystems relying on fires for renewal and regeneration. The narrative of wildfires is a complex interplay of natural processes and human influences, magnified by the overarching specter of climate change. As we venture further into this exploration, it becomes evident that understanding these fiery phenomena is paramount, not just for the preservation of our natural landscapes, but for the safety and future of communities globally. Chapter 3: Water's Wrath. Rising tides and torrential downpours in a warming world. Water, the very essence of life, has taken on a dual role in our modern era, a sustainer and a destroyer. As the world warms, the behavior of water, both in our oceans and in the skies, is undergoing a profound transformation. This chapter navigates the turbulent waters of rising sea levels and intensified rainfalls, seeking to understand the tempestuous relationship between a warming planet and its water cycles. The rising threat: oceans on the move. Our planet's vast oceans, spanning over 70% of its surface, are more than just expanses of blue. They are intricate systems affected by atmospheric temperatures. As polar ice caps melt, they release vast quantities of fresh water into the oceans. But it's not just the added volume that causes sea levels to rise. Warmer water expands, and this thermal expansion further elevates ocean levels, putting coastal cities and island nations at grave risk. Torrents from above, when rainfalls turn relentless. The water story doesn't end with the oceans. The skies, too, are churning with change. As the atmosphere warms, it holds more moisture. This leads to heavier and more frequent downpours, turning once benign rainfalls into deluges capable of causing catastrophic floods. Entire communities can be submerged, crops ruined, and ecosystems disrupted. The double-edged sword of storms. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones, the titans of the meteorological world, draw their energy from warm ocean waters. As sea temperatures rise, these storms not only become more frequent but also more intense. With stronger winds and heavier rainfalls, they wreak havoc on the regions they touch, eroding coastlines and decimating infrastructures. Salinity shifts, the silent scourge of coastal ecosystems. While rising tides and storms capture headlines, a more subtle change is occurring in our waters. The influx of fresh water from melting ice is altering the salinity of oceans. This shift poses a significant threat to marine ecosystems, particularly coral reefs and mangroves, which are sensitive to changes in salt concentrations. Humans in the eye of the storm. Amidst the surging seas and torrential rains, humanity finds itself at a crossroads. Coastal communities face existential threats, while farmers grapple with unpredictable monsoons. But humans are not mere spectators in this unfolding drama. Urbanization, deforestation, and carbon emissions are accelerators, exacerbating the very threats we seek to combat. Water's wrath is a testament to the profound impact of climate change on the world's water systems. As we wade through the depths of this chapter, it becomes clear that our relationship with water, in all its forms, will define our resilience, adaptability, and survival in the face of a warming world. Chapter 4: Nature's Balancing Act. Ecosystem responses to a changing climate. In the great theater of Earth, every species, plant, and organism plays a critical role. Yet, as the backdrop of this performance shifts due to climate change, nature is scrambling to adapt, evolve, and survive. This chapter dives deep into the forests, soars above the treetops, and burrows below the ground to explore how ecosystems are responding to the challenges of a rapidly changing environment. Migration and movement, the great shuffle of species. As temperatures rise and habitats change, many species are on the move. Polar bears venture further in search of ice, while butterflies flutter to higher altitudes escaping the heat. This migration isn't just a simple relocation, it's a complex dance of survival, with each species trying to find its place in an ever-shifting world. Adapt or perish, evolution in the fast lane. Nature is remarkably resilient, and some species are evolving at breakneck speeds to cope with new challenges. From flowers blooming earlier to match shifting pollinator schedules, to animals developing new behaviors to find food, evolution is in overdrive, proving that life, in its essence, is about adaptation. The domino effect, when keystone species falter. In the intricate web of life, some species hold more sway than others. These keystone species, be it the mighty elephant or the humble bee, have a disproportionate impact on their ecosystems. But as climate change affects these pivotal players, entire ecosystems can be thrown off balance, leading to cascading consequences. The silent crisis, ocean acidification and coral reefs. Beneath the waves, another story unfolds. As our atmosphere becomes laden with carbon dioxide, the oceans absorb a significant portion, leading to increased acidity. This subtle change has profound effects on marine life, particularly coral reefs, which are bleaching and dying at alarming rates, taking with them a rich tapestry of marine biodiversity. Regrowth and resilience, nature's remarkable recovery. Despite the challenges, there are glimmers of hope. In areas where human intervention has been reduced or where conservation efforts are robust, nature is showcasing its incredible ability to recover. Forests are regenerating, species once on the brink are making comebacks, and ecosystems are finding new equilibriums. In the narrative of climate change, ecosystems aren't just passive victims. They are active participants, adapting and evolving in response to new challenges. As we journey through this chapter, it becomes evident that understanding and supporting these natural processes is not just a matter of ecological importance, but a testament to our commitment to a harmonious coexistence with nature. Conclusion: Converging paths, humanity's role in a climate-altered future. As the curtain begins to draw on our exploration of climate change and its multifaceted impacts, we find ourselves standing at the intersection of choice and consequence. The tales of wildfires, surging seas, torrential rains, and shifting ecosystems have painted a vivid tapestry of a planet in flux. But intertwined with these narratives of upheaval is an underlying story of resilience, adaptability, and the indomitable spirit of both nature and humanity. Echoes of the past, visions of the future. Our planet has witnessed countless cycles of change, from ice ages to warm epochs. But the current chapter, penned largely by human activity, is unprecedented in its pace and magnitude. Yet, history has shown that with challenge comes innovation, and with adversity, determination. The solutions to our climate conundrum lie not just in science and technology, but in our collective will to act. Rekindling the bond with nature. Somewhere along the path of progress, many of us have lost our intrinsic connection to the natural world. But as ecosystems falter and weather patterns shift, a renewed appreciation for the environment emerges. It's a reminder that our destinies are inextricably linked with that of the planet, and to safeguard our future, we must champion the cause of the Earth. The power of unity and collective action. Climate change is not a challenge any nation, community, or individual can tackle in isolation. It's a global symphony that requires every instrument, every voice, to harmonize. From international accords to local conservation efforts, the path forward is one of collaboration, understanding, and shared purpose. Embarking on a new era. As we gaze into the horizon, the challenges are evident, but so are the opportunities. A world powered by clean energy, communities that coexist harmoniously with nature, and economies that prioritize sustainability over unchecked growth are all within reach. It's an era not of mere survival, but of thriving in harmony with our planet. In the grand narrative of Earth and its ever-evolving story, the chapter on climate change is but a brief moment. Yet, it's a defining one. Our actions, choices, and legacies will shape the tales that future generations will tell. As stewards of this planet, let's ensure that our chapter is one of hope, resilience, and a renewed commitment to a balanced and harmonious Earth. Thanks for watching.